Welcome. Today, we're going to dive into a single, really powerful declaration. And it's important to mention right up front that all the material for this analysis comes directly from the author, Zhe Feng of Life Chen Yan. Now, it's just one sentence, but as you're about to see, it holds an entire world of meaning. So let's get right into it.
And here it is. At first glance, it's just a handful of words. But this one sentence, it tells a story. A story of community, of struggle, and of finally coming of age. It basically translates to celebrating the second homeland's entry into its 18th year. So today, we're going to unpack the real weight and significance that's hiding in every single part of that statement.
So how do we get to the heart of what this really means? Well, we're going to take it apart, piece by piece. It's kind of like taking apart an engine to see how it works. Once we understand all the individual components, we can put them back together and see the full power of the message.
This sentence pretty much gives us our roadmap for today. We've got three key ideas to explore. There's the action, to celebrate, then there's the subject, this second homeland, and finally, the milestone, the 18th year. Each one is just loaded with meaning. But let's start with the big one, the most foundational idea here, the second homeland.
You know, homeland is already such a powerful word, right? But when you add the word second in front of it, it completely changes the game. It forces us to ask, what does it actually mean to find a place where you belong? Not because you were born there, but because you chose to be there.
Yeah, a second homeland isn't really about a spot on a map. It's about a state of mind. It's about community. It's a place that's built on shared values, on a conscious, deliberate choice to belong. This implies that you've left something behind to create something new. A place that, for some, can feel even more real, more like home than home itself.
And that brings us to a really fundamental question, doesn't it? What is it that a homeland is supposed to give us? What are those universal human needs that it's supposed to fulfill, whether it's our first one or our second one?
At its core, a homeland gives you that deep sense of safety. It gives you a shared identity, a story that you're a part of. It offers that profound, almost indescribable feeling of belonging. And it serves as a foundation, a launch pad for your future. So with that foundation in mind, let's talk about the time frame here.
So we're shifting gears from the what to the when. The declaration very specifically points out the 18th year. And trust me, that number is no accident. It's an incredibly powerful symbol.
I mean, think about it. In cultures all over the world, the number 18 represents a major threshold. It's that transition from being a kid to becoming an adult. So for a community to reach 18 years, that isn't just about survival. No way. It signifies resilience, endurance, and a totally new, hard-won level of maturity.
Just imagine that journey for a second. Year one is this fragile beginning, right? Just an idea trying to take root. The next 16 years are a long, long period of growth, and you can bet they were filled with challenges and trials. So, making it to year 18 means this community has weathered all those storms and has now crossed a major threshold into a whole new phase.
And that brings us to the final piece of our puzzle, the act of celebration. We're not just talking about a party with cake and balloons here. In this context, to celebrate is a deeply meaningful, almost sacred act for the entire community.
First off, any real celebration demands that you look back. It's a conscious choice to remember the journey, to acknowledge the struggles, to remember the lessons, and to honor the achievements. It's about respecting the history that got the community to this exact moment.
But it's not just about the past. At the exact same time, celebration is about right now, the present. It's a powerful affirmation of the community's identity and its values. By celebrating, the members are basically saying, this is who we are, this is what we stand for. It makes their purpose real.
And finally, of course, celebration is an act of hope. After looking back and standing firm in the present, the only place left to look is forward. It's about looking to the future with confidence and a renewed sense of energy.
So you see, celebration is this dynamic, three-part process. It powerfully connects the past, the present, and the future into one single moment. You acknowledge the journey, you affirm your identity, and you anticipate the path ahead. It becomes a moment of total renewal for everyone involved.
And that brings us full circle. Look at this sentence again. It's not just a phrase anymore, is it? It's a profound declaration. It's saying, we as a chosen community joyfully acknowledge our 18-year journey of trials and growth. We stand here today and affirm our mature identity, and we look forward with strength to the future we are going to build together.
When you boil it all down, this whole analysis really just highlights that universal human search for belonging. This specific declaration speaks to a need that every single one of us has, to find a place where we feel safe, where we feel seen, and where we feel like we're part of something bigger than ourselves.
And so that really just leaves us with one final question for you. It might not be a physical place. Maybe it's a group of friends, a creative project, or a spiritual path. But where in your life do you find that powerful sense of chosen belonging? Where is your second homeland?